Hello guys, welcome to today's video. You are going to think I am the most insane person ever when I tell you the amount of books I've read this year already. I know December, it's still not, oh god, I'm in a parking lot. It's still December, so I have a whole month left of 2025 still. But as of right now, when I'm filming this, I have read 160 books this year so far. Let's just take a moment to realize how insane that sounds. 160 books. I want to say that I got it from when I was little because my dad and my mom really instilled reading in me. And I read 297 books in second grade and I won a trophy for it. So maybe I'm just instinctively trying to beat that. Granted, the books I read were like Little Critter books and like some like kid novels, so it wasn't anything crazy, but yeah. I've read 160 books so far this year. I'm gonna try to up it every year, you know, why not? But I wanted to make this video for myself so I can be like, how the heck did I do that? And two, because it's interesting and I want to see if anyone else has read that many books in a year. I'll tell you how I do it though. So I have this app called Spin the Wheel. So as soon as I finish a book, I will spin the wheel and that'll be like my next genre. I'm putting it up right here as a sample. I have autobiography, biography, science fiction, horror, romance, sci-fi, and I think one other I forgot. But so I spin it and then I go to my bookstore, my book app, which is going to be right here, and I go to the sections and I just try to find a book in that genre to read, to put in my TBR. I try to go for the free ones just because it's easier that way, but I will go for the paid ones sometimes if they're like cheaper. But I try to do the free ones because sometimes they're really good books. And I think I'm gonna do a video later on, maybe at the beginning of next year, 2026, and like the books that I did like that I read, because it's a lot of books and I know it sounds insane and how am I gonna remember all of them? But this is how I do it though. So every day I have like my books that I'm reading right now, and it varies because I finish one, then I do the Spin the Wheel app, and then I go from there. But I do that, and then I read like 5 chapters from each book a day. I'll usually do it like on my breaks at work or just throughout the day. I'll read 5 chapters or 5 sections. So if the chapter's like 20 pages, I'll read like 10. I'll count that as like 2 sections, so 10 pages at a time, just so I don't get crazy into all the books and stuff like that, because it's a lot of knowledge. So I have like different genres that I'm reading at the same time too, which is cool. So right now I'm reading like a book about Anthony Bourdain. It's really cool, his life before he sadly passed away. And I'm reading like a romance book, Frankenstein. So I'm reading different genres, but I don't like read all of them all the time. I just, whatever I can get through, I get through. And that's like my 5 chapters or 5 sections of a book that I read every day. I'm a routine girly and a detailed girly, so that's why it helps me to read those like 5 sections or whatever. And I have a book where I read every day, one section, because it's like a daily thing, like daily motivational things or whatever. So every day is a different one. I've been doing that for like a couple years now, but I don't think I've ever read this many books in a year besides when I was little, because that was just a thing. But I just wanted to pop up here and say that I'm insane and I've read 160 books. Even my ChatGPT couldn't guess how many I read, and it was like, what? And that was when I read 100. Imagine now if I ask it after 160. So let me know if you want me to do a video about the books that I've read that I really liked, that we can get some ideas as well. I'm not going to do that right now, because I'll do that at the end of the year when I've read, if I've read more. But I have like a TBR in my book app that I have ready to go. So yeah, I'm insane, guys. I'm insane. I can't even explain. I don't even know what video to do for today, because we extended our trip to visit my family and that was very important to me. But then I was like, you know, I'm going to announce on YouTube how crazy I am that I read that many books. And see if anyone else has read that many books, or if I'm just the only one on the planet that has, because I'm very curious to know if you've actually read that many books in a year. I don't know how I did it or how I'm still doing it, but I love to read. I love to read. It takes me away from, the crazy world right now, and it's like little 5 chapters into a book where I get to kind of just like escape. We all love reading, or not, but for those reasons, we all have our own little versions of escape that we want to go to every once in a while. So that's my version of escape. But yeah, so it's a very short video. I just wanted to announce on my channel how many books I've read so far in 2025. Because I don't know if I can beat that next year. Who knows? But yeah, so that's how I do it. If anyone has ever wondered, like I said, I'm insane, but it's okay. I'm going to the gym now, so we're good. We're back to reality. Started work again today after being gone, so getting back into our routines, our reading, all that good stuff. I probably would have read more. I just didn't have time to read a lot because we were visiting family and stuff. I might have even read more than 160 if I did finish more books, but I think 160 is good, and then we'll see how many I can finish at the end of the year, which is in like 25 days. So yeah, we'll see. But thanks for watching this insane short video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Subscribe if you're not already, and like I said below, let me know if you're insane like me and you've read that many books. I'm probably the only one on the planet, but it's fine. We like to be unique. All right, guys, love you. Bye.